When one thinks of the American Southwest, you probably imagine a few things, like the deserts, stunning vistas, cowboys, and glamorous Vegas. But any Southwest experience is not complete without the taste of Sunset Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla is a dark root beer which is flavored by its namesake root that exploded in popularity across America in the 1800s to become a staple at county fairs and soda fountains. It was during this boom that our titular Sunset Sarsaparilla came into being in 1918, the product of an industrious saloon owner using the recipe of a mysterious stranger, whose beverage was so delectable that the company found immediate success within the still very young Las Vegas, and quickly spread its brand across the Southwest and into the Midwest over the coming century to become a staple in these regions where it would be relatively unchallenged as the dominant soft drink. However, when Nuka-Cola first came onto the scene in 2044 and took America by storm, Sunset quickly became its top rival across the American West. From Ohio to California, both soda brands would battle it out for dominance of the market. But Sunset Sarsaparilla proved resilient and maintained a loyal base in the desert states of California, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Nevada, which is where their corporate headquarters is located, just outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. But this soda has never performed well in the eastern and southern United States, especially after Nuka-Cola emerged and easily dominated these markets. So Sunset sales and advertising continued to be focused on the West, appealing to its targeted markets through its cowboy mascot Festus. By 2058, Nuka-Cola CEO John Caleb Bradburton was getting impatient with Sunset Sarsaparilla's persistence and attempted to buy the company out, just as he had with many other brands, to bring them under the Nuka-Cola banner, but Sunset rejected his offer. This enraged Bradburton, who ordered a root beer flavor to be created and localized to the Southwest to hit Sunset where it hurt the most in an effort to undermine the company's profits, resulting in Nuka Wild and a massive advertising campaign to promote the new flavor, which actually underperformed, and Sunset Sarsaparilla would prevail and outperform Nuka Wild across the board. Around this same time, Sunset embraced the new age of robotics by investing in automation with a small fleet of General Atomics Mr. Handys for janitorial and packing duties. This was ultimately to increase profits and efficiency by laying off redundant employees throughout the company. Years later, a report was aired on the news that claimed Sunset Sarsaparilla had a wide range of ill health effects on its consumers, like kidney damage, nausea, digital numbness, anxiety, loss of visual acuity, dizziness, occasional nosebleeds, joint inflammation, tooth decay, sore throat, bronchitis, organ rupture, and halitosis. The company fought the claims as unverified and attempted to bolster its public image by reassuring customers that their soda was perfectly safe, and the study only showed a volumes of soda that would be impossible to consume. But the damage had been done, and sales took a large hit, conveniently allowing Nuka Wild to close the sales gap and financially weaken the Sunset Sarsaparilla company. But it also may have been a disgruntled ex-employee who fabricated the studies as part of his revenge. We will never know, and you are free to make your assertions down in the comments. With sales lagging and pressure mounting, the marketing team would start a few marketing campaigns targeting the eastern seaboard and Canada with the slogans "Build Mass with a Sass," "Freshen Up with Sunset Sarsaparilla," and "A Fresh Delight," to try and capture more of this nearly untapped market. However, in an unexpected turn of events, Sunset would quickly rebound when a rumor of a contest with this rare star bottle caps emerged, and word quickly spread of a prize, with many customers calling the Las Vegas headquarters to ask about the contest, or even walking in with a fistful of star bottle caps to redeem them. This annoyed workers at the bottling plant, who had to deal with consumers attempting to claim the prize, or worse. But the marketing team seized on the opportunity and promoted it as a real contest by creating the legend of the star. The company's semi-fictitious origin story that cemented the cowboy Festus as the company's face by placing his automaton in the headquarters lobby. Originally, this was just hearsay spread among curious drinkers who speculated on what the stars means. The story is told by Festus and goes that in 1918 a saloon owner wanted to create a new soft drink because the only thing around to drink was Nuka-Cola. So he asked his usual patrons what flavor they wanted to be, but they were of no help. However, a stranger at the end of the bar suggested he make a sarsaparilla flavored drink and would give the saloon owner his family's recipe if he got to sample a bottle whenever he wanted to make sure the recipe was being followed to the letter. The saloon owner agreed, thinking it would make him rich, so the stranger left to meet the saloon owner the next day at sundown with the recipe. But before the two could meet again, the sheriff informed the saloon owner that the stranger was killed by bandits on the town road. Cursing his luck, the saloon owner closed early that day, just as the sun began to set. But after he locked the doors, he found a bottle with a note under it, sealed with a blue wax in the shape of a star. Opening it, he found the recipe of a sarsaparilla flavored drink. After sampling the contents of the bottle and finding it singularly delicious, he began selling Sunset Sarsaparilla and even paid for the stranger's funeral, believing it was the least he could do for his mysterious benefactor. To this day, some bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla have a bottle cap marked with a blue star that some say the saloon owner mandated, while others say it is the stranger continuing to sample bottles like he was promised. The excitement surrounding these star bottle caps and the contest announcement they sparked caused a sensational buzz that spiked sales by 300% and made bottles fly off the shelves as consumers tried to gather as many star caps as possible. But nobody would win the prize before the bombs fell and society fractured. The corporate headquarters would be spared the worst of it though, thanks to Mr. House, but would suffer substantial structural damage over the next 2 centuries, with some of the office floors and walls collapsing in on themselves. Despite this, the robotic staff still survives to this day, waiting at their posts on the bottling and shipping floors to begin manufacturing the savory sweet soda yet again. And outside, the iconic bottle facade over the company's entrance has stubbornly stayed intact to make the building stand out from the surrounding hundreds of decrepit buildings lining I-15. The facade's resilience representing the company's legacy, which has stayed extremely popular within the American Southwest as the drink of choice for many, and even playing an outsized effect on the post-war world, much larger than a soft drink really should. This was by becoming the basis of the cross-continental bottle cap monetary system first established within the hub alongside the Nuka-Cola competitors, where the bottle caps from both sodas are accepted as legal currency with no questions asked. However, as the years passed, decades turning into centuries, the legend of the star would persist and spread through communities, inspiring some wastelanders to become treasure hunters and search for star bottle caps with the hopes of taking the fabled riches for themselves. For most in the Mojave, this was simply an enjoyable pastime, used as an excuse to explore and drink copious amounts of sarsaparilla, but for others, it became an obsession. Malcolm Holmes is the most well-known of these collectors, as he will track you down and confront you about the star bottle caps after gathering 5 of them. He claims to have given up hunting for the treasure years ago, but does in fact still continue to collect star bottle caps when he can. But there are others he warned about that are completely obsessed with the promised fortune, like Alan Marks in particular. This man was driven to insanity over the treasure, where he would hunt down and murder people under the mere suspicion that they had star caps. Eventually, he would gather the 50 star caps required to win the competition, and was given access to the vault room by Festus within the headquarters that held the contest prize, an upsettingly meek Sunset Sarsaparilla deputy's badge, and about 1,500 stray caps in crates. But while he stood in the vault upset and anguished at the measly reward, the door would shut and lock him within the airtight room. Through his last moments, Alan Marks would confess his sins on a holotape and regret his decisions in a surprisingly calm manner, and would quote his mother while accepting his fate.
I guess this is it. Not much air left now. Minutes maybe. And this is what I have to show for it. I guess the joke's on me. Probably shouldn't have killed all those people. Probably should have stayed at home and taken care of my mom. She always used to say people who
before suffocating within the vault, where you can find his body slumped against the wall with the fabled badge still on his chest, while his notorious bloodstained special laser pistol, Pew Pew, lays to his left. This is easily the best loot within the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters, a highly modified 2-shot laser pistol that is much more powerful than your average laser pistol at the cost of ammo consumption. Well, the best, assuming you are not a counterfeiter, because on the shipping floor lies a bottle cap press that could, in theory, be used to make counterfeit caps. Usually bottle caps are hard to fake, as each requires extensive attention to detail in the material used, formation of each ridge, size, shape, and the design painted on its face. Altogether meaning any counterfeiting operation done by hand would be prohibitively expensive and not profitable whatsoever. However, if one were to find a bottle cap press that is in operational condition, then you could easily begin mass producing new caps on an industrial scale, making each new bottle cap created identical to anything already in circulation, except brand spanking new with little to no wear. And this last part is what tipped Alice McLafferty of the Crimson Caravan off that the caps she had been paid with are pristine with none of the 2+ centuries of wear and tear one would expect. So she orders you to destroy the cap press in the headquarters to preserve the economy, as she feared the mixed effect of unchecked printing causing hyperinflation of the cap and the Crimson Caravan losing its iron grip on new cap manufacture. So that is the story of the Sunset Sarsaparilla Corporation, a company founded in the twilight hours of the original Great War in 1918 that survived and thrived through the Resource Wars as one of America's favorite soda companies until the dawn of the Great War of 2077. A whole 159 years of love and admiration from a loyal, multi-generation long consumer base that was not quite extinguished with most of humanity. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Every little bit helps get my content out for more people to enjoy. And if you missed part 1 of the soda series, check it out here, the story of Nuka-Cola.